Alright, so I've previously mentioned how this year I want to invest in our home, and right now that looks like starting with implementing some storage solution. One of the areas that bugs me a lot is my daughter's closet. We do not have good storage space in our home, so I'm constantly trying to declutter and maximize the space that we have for the things that we need. I kept seeing this viral Target shelf closet hack on TikTok, and so I thought I would give it a try. However, we do not have a Target in our area, so mine has a slight spin as I'm using all products from Walmart. For starters, I used 3 of these 5-tier bookcases from Walmart with adjustable shelves. You can kind of reconfigure them however you wish. However, I will say that the middle shelf, the 3rd one, is fixed. So I don't know if the Target bookcase system is the same way, but that worked fine for me. It may not for everyone. And then, of course, tons and tons of bins and storage. We use this closet for so many things, which I will get into later, but this was absolutely crucial for making everything fit in a nice, aesthetic, and organized way. When I tell you how much I dislike assembling furniture, like, I have such passion whenever I tell you that. I absolutely despise it. I mean, when the box is this hard to open, it's just not a great indication of how the whole process is going to go. But we did it. We knocked it out. My husband was on night shift this weekend, and so me and the girls worked together. It was slightly stressful for starters because I don't enjoy assembling furniture, but then you add 2 toddlers into the mix. And I'm trying to like soak it up and make it fun and enjoy it, savor these moments, but at the same time I'm just kind of stressed and really wanting this to turn out like I hope it will. However, I love having my girls by my side. They were such troopers, worked late into the night. I think it was about close to 10 o'clock whenever finally my daughter, who sleeps in this room, was like, okay, mommy, maybe you can finish this in the morning. I'm ready to go to bed. And I'd asked her several times before that if she wanted me to stop, but she just kept saying, no, we can put together the next shelf. We can do the next one. So she really was excited to see what it looked like, and that helped to cheer me on throughout the process. For nearly 2 years now, I've really tried hard to get my girls to share a room, and to no avail. I've not had any luck so far, but I did thrift a full-size bed and ended up putting it in the same room as my daughter's already twin-size bed, so that when the time comes that the girls are ready to share a room full-time, the beds are already in place. So we used the spare bed in this bedroom to put everything that was already in the closet. We just laid it out and tried to keep everything in categories as best we could. Then I took down the existing shelf. So like I said, this closet held a lot of stuff. Like, it held my 4-year-old's clothes. It also in the top held boxes of all the clothes that she could grow into, or clothes that are out of season for her current size, as well as clothes that my 2-year-old can grow into that my 4-year-old has outgrown. And then it had like some keepsake boxes in the top. It had some Christmas items that did not get put away into our storage building after Christmas, both this year and last year. This is the room that I always forget about. Lastly, it had it had my wedding dress, some of my dad's old suit. They're just kind of being stored in there. It had some ski bibs. I mean, guys, when I tell you we need to figure out storage in this house, I'm not kidding. So buckle up, because this year it's coming. It is coming to our home. So after anchoring these shelves to the walls as well as to one another, I went ahead and cut down the existing closet rod that we had, and then I just picked up little packs of closet rod sockets from Home Depot. They were really cheap. I'll have everything that I used linked down below in the description, but I ended up putting these rods kind of sporadically throughout. I was kind of just trying to figure out how I wanted it as I went. I didn't have a great plan in mind, but it did work out really well for me this way. I will say I did not put the closet rods close enough to the front of the shelves, so for now they are fine because all of my daughter's clothes are hung on children's hangers. However, when it comes time for her to advance to like adult-sized hangers, I will need to move those rods forward because I did not take into account the depth of the hangers. So whenever I use adult-sized hangers, they won't fit properly. Regardless, for now it's good. I was really surprised by how much space I had once the shelves were configured this way. I mean, obviously the shelf storage was far more than what the closet had before, but even the hanger space, I mean, as you can see behind me, there is still a small space remaining between the sidewall and the far left shelf. So as she has like more long dresses and stuff, we could either utilize that space, or we could go in and cut out with like a jigsaw or skill saw. I don't know terminology when it comes to power tools, but we could go in and cut out that fixed shelf, and then she would have one whole shelf unit designated for long dresses. But if I'm being honest, she is a total dress girl, and so 2 of these 3 closet rods are kind of obsolete anyways. Like, she doesn't wear so much of her closet because she believes little girls should wear dresses, and I love that. But also I'm like, you have so many cute things people have given you that are not dresses, and you know, every now and then she'll wear them, but for the most part she doesn't need 2/3 of what's in her closet. Because I had so much shelf storage now in the closet, I was able to take all of her clothing out of a shift robe that we had in her room, which clearly it was not fitting neatly into anyways. But this included all of her like play shirts, play pants, socks, underwear, extra large t-shirts just for like crafting or sleeping in, different things. And I was able to organize them all so nicely in the closet in bins, which is so much better for multiple reasons. I still have the shift robe in her room because I did paint it specifically for her room, and her TV sits on the top. But as with most older pieces of furniture like this one, the drawers stick when you would pull it out. Some of the drawers were too high for her to reach on her own, and it's not really able to be secured to the wall, so it kind of made me nervous, her pulling on it. The amount of independence it has created by her being able to reach everything on her own is just a dream come true, you guys. To have a 4-year-old that is now able to dress herself completely, not always exactly what I would have picked out, but regardless, I am just so thankful for the ease and simplicities that this system has added to our lives. And lastly, I went ahead and invested in these rolling under the bed storage carts for all of the clothing that she will grow into or that is out of season. And I'm loving how clean and concise it makes the closet look by not having all of that in junky cardboard boxes in the top. It worked for a while, but this is far better. So like I said, this was an investment into our home. It is not a necessarily low income or super budget friendly even. It's more cost efficient than like outright closet wardrobe system would be to buy and install, or to have installed clearly. But it was still a couple $100s by the time you take into account the 3 shelves, the bins, and all the things that were needed to make it work. But we absolutely love it. My daughter acts like she is a princess. Every time we get home, she runs straight to her closet to put her shoes where they go and her sweaters where they belong. I mean, it is just so helpful for us, and I cannot wait to see how we can use more things like this all throughout our home. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you're at. I'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.